again. Yeah, don't need that one. We'll see. Yesterday we got a good run of cool tracks on this playlist, and we'll see how that goes this time. I'm in a somewhat aggravated state with clients sending notes. They shouldn't be sending. Trying to squeeze in a day stream. All I know, there's going to be 1,000 interruptions. It's going to be a test of my patience. I'm gonna need to put up like a sticky note that says smile to remind me not to lose my S when the inevitable strikes. I guess it's a good sign that I feel my enthusiasm for this project ramping up. And look what it did. It did that little bug. The bug that it loves to do. It's great. It's great. I'm going to smile. I'm going to smile. I'm not going to lose my S. How did I solve this last time? What did I do? What did I do? What is causing it, and what can make it go away? I wonder if it's this... Sometimes I wonder if it's somehow connected to peripherals having trouble. Come on, just turn off. Yeah, don't listen. Hey Siri, turn off the iPad. Oh, it worked. Okay, is it this? Little dongle thing? Hey there, it's not finished. Ooh, that did help it. No, well, not being finished, I've made some progress at least. You can see, kind of... Yeah, it's this one. As the project goes, the new overwrites the old. Thank you for dropping in. I'm smiling through some really tedious technical difficulties I've been struggling with in my little program. But it's going great. How are you? How's Wednesday? I'm going insane. I actually tried to check out your stream the other day. Or, tried. It was not a big hurdle to overcome. I popped in. You were playing a game that I wasn't familiar with, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, I'm trying to be a conscientious member of the community, eh? This may be, it was Fallout. Yeah, that's right. It was Fallout. Now, was that a new Fallout, or it almost looked like old school Fallout? Not that I would know the difference, but maybe the new games have an older look than I might imagine them to. You were hunting around and looked like a bunker. There were bunk beds that looked all grody. "14-year-old video game?" It's like the difference between Ocarina of Time and the original Nintendo Zelda. Probably longer. I do storyboards for a living. I was actually having a discussion today with a fellow storyboard artist who is streaming, and he's doing more like the storyboarding as it actually is in our job, which can be kind of technical. What I'm attempting to do is create these would be almost like agency storyboards or something you would these would be boards you would put in front of people who have no imagination. So they're of a higher fidelity. You spend a lot longer on them. They cost more in terms of time and money. So while yes, I kind of do this for a living, almost nobody pays me to actually draw this well. I get paid to draw unreasonably fast and decently good. This is a pace that I'm setting for myself. And it's been interesting because I don't do a lot of personal projects. And the pace that I work is usually dictated by other people. And I'm usually drawing things that I wouldn't draw unless I was being paid. Here I am drawing this slow for free for who knows if there will be any return other than yes, I not so much for film, although I've worked on short films. I do video game trailers for video games. I've done a lot of trailers like for Apex Legends. A long time ago I did them for Call of Duty. I did a lot of commercial campaigns for Clash of Clans and like Clash Royale. I just finished a Batman video game one. It can be a lot of fun. It can be very frustrating at times too with the dynamics at play, you know. The hardest part is just getting a script that doesn't magically change overnight after you already do all the drawings. But it's a team effort. We get there in the end. That's part of the job, is not getting so attached to your drawings you can't just throw them away and start over again. You basically get a script and you draw it out. Yes, that's correct. Actually, I'm lucky if I get a script. But yes, that's the... Ostensibly, that's how it goes. A script is approved. Then they hire me or someone to draw it out. And then while I'm drawing, they remember that the script sucks, so they rewrite it. So then when I'm done drawing, they say, "Nice work, throw it in the trash, here's the new script." I'm exaggerating, of course, but it goes like that sometimes. It shouldn't, but it does. You wanted to be a storyboard artist in high school? What's up, bro? One debate in my circles is whether or not storyboard artists are even understood to be a job or a career. Like, we're very behind the scenes, at least in live action. I mean, in animation, storyboard artists, everybody knows storyboard artists do everything. Lots of different application for storyboarding. There's no reason to have an opinion if you want. If you don't want to, but right now I'm just doing these fills. If you guys prefer I actually draw something, I'll draw that. I'll draw the Octorok or something. Wanted to go to Full Sail for game art. Full Sail, isn't that... Is that the Christian school? I just keep... I could be wrong about that. It's a university. That's like Simpsons quotes. Dr. Nick, you know. Well, I imagine art school would be a fun experience. Most courses aren't accredited. Well, maybe... Hollywood Upstairs Medical College. So, Boomstick. Boomstick, can I call you Boom? Do you want to see like a storyboard or something? Can't just show you any old thing. What? Let's see here. Do you like Apex Legends? Something here. Do you happen to watch any of the trailers? Like the 3D season opener. Here's the trailer. Not the gameplay trailer, but the like the story trailers. Did you catch any of the... Did it come out? Where did you see the trailer? It was a teaser. Here, click your link here. Yeah, I did this. I storyboarded this. Looks great. Yeah, the director really knew his shit, gotta be honest. This was tough to storyboard. Yeah, all this shit. Oh, they did a great job following these boards. You like the trailer? I think it turned out pretty good. This is the first time I've seen it. That's cool. All right, you know what? It's a world-facing trailer. We can show it to the audience. Hold on here. What they might do is mute it in... Let me just replay it and I'll bring it over. Will this work? Only on MetaQuest, yeah. Yeah. I mean, so, like, technically I'm under NDA on this still. I should not disseminate anything, so... All I will say is, yes, I storyboarded this. Much farther down the road, I will, I would have tried to put a little more oomph in the audio. So this is a cool trailer. The other trailer that I also did for this doesn't seem to have landed yet, and you will like that as well, I predict. It's very cool, very high concept as well. Yeah, I was lucky to be on that trailer. Yeah, when it if you spot it in the wild, come by the stream and broadcast it for me. I try to not look back at stuff too much, but somewhere down the road, I'll show a board from this. But I can show some Apex stuff. Anyway, the project was a delight to work on. The director is really cool, and the company that produced it did a really good job. And Apex is also well produced and done with a lot of fun stuff. But there were some issues. Like, you're familiar with the characters, like from Apex, like Loba and stuff like that. Okay, there we go. Show you something cool. I mean, one thing that was a little tricky was they redesigned Revenant, but of course they wouldn't show us what he looked like because that was this huge secret. So in all of these boards, I had to draw him as he was originally. I mean, the problem is a lot of this stuff looks like it's out of order. Okay, this looks good. Yeah, okay. I'll show you a little sequence here. Okay, I mean, we'll see if this even looks cool. This is the some of this stuff made it in, some didn't, but this is from Kill Code Part like 4 or something. This is where they go up and they're gonna kill Eduardo, get the head. Caleb crosses head. There's all this sinister stuff, intrigue. Turned out really cool. There were different opinions about what should happen. Loba busting out her little thing. This is one of like one set of hundreds and hundreds of drawings. When we originally get the scripts, they describe things, but where they don't describe things, we feel like sometimes we can take liberties or explore and read between the margins. So this is from like earlier in the setting. You can see Eduardo here. He's enabling his master plan. Loba comes in, door shut behind her. This is stuff that didn't. These weren't even. This isn't something that got changed. It was not even just something where the script felt okay with not being specific about exactly what happened. I would try to explore, well, what could be happening here that is visual and not, because I didn't have I certainly didn't have any authority to make changes, but I could suggest things that weren't that didn't outright contradict what was in the script. And certainly if I wanted to include something that didn't add any dialogue, it was considered fair game to at least suggest it. So sort of like what would happen if Loba got separated from her group, and you know some exploration there. You could see some hints at some of those cool things happening. And yeah, we had to go with the original Revenant design at the time. It was not that's cool stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see he's where he's like they were tracking you, boy. Betrayal and all the good stuff. Had a good visual short. Eventually I became quite fluid with drawing these characters, and these are pretty good roughs for what they are. A man wearing glasses, wearing a toboggan, red and white, striped shirt and jeans. Who am I describing? Is that Waldo? Anyway, why the cryptic Cryptic quizzing. Yeah, you're not gonna stump me. I'm on my A game right now. The gummies have yet to set in, so I'm firing on all cylinders mentally. Anyway, I was just showing Boomy here the some of the Apex boards, and there was some interesting. I had a lot of latitude, for instance, to suggest what could be like a workable layout for the scene. It had to be made. Yeah, we had it. We're the scripts are, they're. If you've looked at a screenplay, it's like 90% of the page is empty white space. It's very sparing in the details. So it'll say something like Eduardo descends a staircase, but you know almost nothing else. And so I'm like, okay, there's got to be a staircase. If there's going to be a head that they got to get to, it's got to be separate. They got to be forced to go right through, right, like along a path. There's got to have a choke point so all the other heroes don't just run up and get it. And so you work backwards logically, and you end up with something that um, uh, makes sense, and you sketch it out, and before you know it, they've designed it in 3D and totally just gone ahead with uh, what you put together. So there's a fun little things that can happen, but it's super challenging because they don't really think about that when they give you the time limits. They just sort of say, hey, get it done, but they don't quite think about all the different things they're really asking you to do sometimes. You have to do all the acting, the cinematography. Oh, here you can see these are notes the from the directors and stuff. So I shouldn't have any of that up, but just part of the archives. The whole crew. Okay, and one thing, like I didn't know because I didn't really play the game. I thought I thought Mad Maggie was like a tiny character, like a small. I thought she was like Lifeline sized. And then when they finally did the trailer, I was like, "Oh my god, she's like way taller than Lifeline." What was I thinking? I you know, I can't say I did a perfect job on everything, but anyway. All right, so that's enough of that. And you'll let me know when the other Batman trailer comes out. But I literally just did the those two trailers were and it's amazing how quickly they turned that around because yeah, I mean, like, I gotta be careful. I can't stream, like, I shouldn't stream notes from my director and shit like that. That was a mistake. So strike that from your memories. But like, I gotta avoid that. But you know, the Batman stuff, I'll show you boards for that like a year from now when the heat is died down because it can't be so many fun drawings. Yeah, I did a lot of Apex stuff, so well, the Apex ship kind of sailed away without me. So they've been doing stuff without me for a while now. But I'm okay. I'm okay because Batman loves me, and and that was a cool project too. Okay, so let's get back to Zeldaness. There we go. Some sort of This is that easy phase where I'm just doing fills on the artwork I've already done. I agree, the Batman project was one off of my bucket list for sure. I wish it was more... I can't say. I wish it was, I wish they had me on it longer. And... yeah, and paid me to draw them perfectly. I actually did get to do a really nice finish on that project, which is also a rarity. Yeah, the Batman project, I'll be honest, 10 out of 10 as far as like the board artist experience. I think it helped that they needed a quick turnaround, so they weren't being torturous about considering what else could be done. And, you know, the notes came in, but not notes that seemed like they were trying to do more than it would be advisable. It was, everything was reasonable. I also did... there was an old trailer for Mass Effect I did. That was years ago. It was like at the height of COVID. It was fun. Fun and different. With these fill layers, the design of our line becomes more concrete. And for this project, like at this stage of the Zelda project, this is all way more than I would ever do realistically on a storyboard project. For one thing, I'm drawing at a high resolution, which I almost never do. Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. I'm a contractor. I mean, the analogies abound. I'm an artistic day laborer. I'm also kind of a artistic fireman. I tend to get called on projects that it's like emergency status. I'm known for my ability to handle a lot of difficulty without complaint. Not bring a big ego in it. I'm very well experienced. I've been doing this 20 years. And there's, you know, a great amount of confidence and composure that come with that. I'm not easily rattled. I've seen a lot. I've done a lot. I've worked on some very challenging projects technically, or weird timelines. It definitely had a lot of it just turns out a lot of clients don't necessarily understand what kind of storyboard artist they need on a project. They sort of like, oh, a storyboard artist is a storyboard artist. And it's like, kind of not. Right, the Travel Oregon commercials. Did those. Boom, I'm not sure if you're familiar with those. But yeah, I'm lucky to have, even though the industry right now is in a severe contraction, I have enough to get by on as far as work. It's very normal for me to be super busy, but the way things have been recently, it can be hard times even for my clients. So it's not just hard for artists, but also the people that hire us. There just isn't a lot of opportunity out there. The easy money went away. Interest rates and all that stuff, these are factors that, I hate to say it, but they cheap interest rates meant it was easy to throw money around at stuff. Take a risk. Now everything is expensive for anybody to take a risk with. It's common now for, yeah. Same here. Will be I don't expect those easy money days to come back. Not for a long time. There's no reason to assume they will. So now it's about adapting to what's happening now, and what's happening now is projects that I would normally be on are trying to look around for cheaper options than with Maxi, so I'm not necessarily cheap, and I don't blame them for trying to do their best with the resources they have. But I see an opportunity, by no means a guarantee, but an opportunity to maybe, instead of entirely relying on other people to hire me, maybe there's some way of doing it differently. Even if it's just managing my demand a little bit better, because one thing that is not helpful for me is the fact that I'm a behind-the-scenes artist. I don't get to put my signature on anything that I do. I mean, I suppose I could, but that would sort of be crass, really. I wouldn't consider that professional. So I have to get by on my reputation and networking. And one thing that's true is COVID has really hurt my normal ability to like do in-person networking on the fly. So I used to go to studios to work. I would bring like a laptop set up, and I would set up for the day and draw all day and pack it up and go home, and they'd say, come back tomorrow on another, you know, I would just come back and come back and come back. I would get permalancing at some places. And I'd get to know everybody there, and that would be very good networking. And It doesn't happen the way it used to, not with COVID. Now everybody's working from home. People that I work with are the only people that I interact with via Zoom. There's not enough opportunity for organic bumping elbows. I certainly don't get to meet other storyboard artists. So kind of, I kind of would, because the, well, for one thing, I have 2 small children at home, which means, you know, I get roped into a lot of course, men and women should share equal parts in the child rearing, of course. But I do a lot of the after-school pickup and drop-off and stuff like that because I can work from home. And my wife, who is a professional, works in a professional setting. She does not, and you know, so a lot of those duties fall to me, and I get. I don't get a lot of me time. So even a commute would be like fun time to bump my own music and reflect on things and whatever. And then, and yeah, the networking was much better. And it really helped with work-life separation, which I don't have anymore. Now, like if I turn this camera around, my office is, you know, in about 30 minutes, my daughter's going to be like right next to me here doing homework and asking for help with stuff, and I'm grateful to be able to do that, but also it comes at a professional cost. Like you can't concentrate. I don't get in the zone the way I used to. Unfortunately, I used to get into these modes where I could just draw perfectly for hours and hours, and I wouldn't even be tired, and that doesn't happen anymore. I can't go 15 minutes without something interrupting me. Speaking of which, I should have had my Slack channel up. We'll see here. I need to... While I'm not booked today, I'm supposed to be awaiting notes. So, on a project that is not as cool as Batman. There was a sense that, I don't know, for a long time I really had work really well figured it out. Like I knew exactly what to do. I felt like Maverick in Top Gun. Like nobody could faze me or psych me out. I could handle anything and go, what a rush, you know. And now it's like I'm working and the laundry's ready, I gotta go turn it over, and it's like, oh, there's the mail, I'm expecting something, and I don't want like a box to sit on the porch all day because someone will steal it. It's like, oh, fuck, it's time to pick up the kids, and then, oh, I gotta get water boiling, mac and cheese. And I just don't get the opportunity to really wrap my brain around work the way I used to. And because I was good at it, you know, I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. It's just, I have to force myself sometimes to not get distracted because distractions are so imminent. We got a new commenter, Sketchboy. Sketchboy, have we met? You don't have to disclose your public name. I just don't recognize your handle. Yeah, I'm becoming good at the work from home dad version of myself as well. It helps a lot that the kids are more grown up and independent now, and that other stuff has more or less resolved its difficulties. But one day I'd like to get back, because here's one thing that I'm not able to get for work from home, but I do get on these streams, which is a sense of community and a kind of like validation. I'm an absolute sucker for praise and all that stuff, and like, I really do appreciate it. I appreciate being able to put my art in front of people who didn't pay for it and feel obligated to nitpick things and, you know, or have no reason to lie to me or tell me any untruths. This is an altogether different experience, and when you guys tell me you like the stuff, it's great, because I used to get that when I'd be in a studio. A person, it could just be the cleaning person walking by, and they'd be like, "Hey, that's really cool," pointing at my drawing and say, "Yo, these are more fills." Hi, Lolly. Chris K. Okay, I think I have the name in my memory banks. Nice to meet you. This is what I look like. And Lolly, while yes, right now I'm doing the fills, if you want, I'll draw something. I'll draw like the Octorok and stuff like that. After I fill Zelda in. My wife is very much an artistic layman, and she will she'll give me honest feedback, very honest feedback. It's like the feedback that like a child would give, where it's like they're not gonna mince words. If they don't like your drawing, they're gonna tell you they don't like your drawing. And my wife is the same. So I know that if I can get a I'll show her a drawing and she loves it, then I know it's got to be good. She would not hesitate to tell me, "Oh yeah, I think you could do better." That would be how she would say it, and she would know. She'd seen some of my best stuff. You know, she knows how good I am. Sketch Boy, I know I'm probably coming across super arrogant, and I generally try to modulate that. I think it was just the topic of discussion was the missing the studio, and you know, you get those random compliments from total strangers, and that always feels good. That's what I'm talking about. How long have you been storyboarding, Sketch Boy? Sketch Boy. I'll just call you Sketch. Sketcher. Something like that. Sketchy. We love lurks. I like this track. See if it'll work. All right, step away. No biggie. I think any second now, my daughter will come in the room needing help with homework, so I may have to cease and desist as well, but we'll see. We'll see when that happens. Ah, they're home. They're just minding my privacy here. Well, maybe I won't stop. So you've been boarding 10 years? Here, let me just poke my head out. We'll see. You know, this is an informal stream. You're not paying good money to watch this. You can be patient. Yeah. Okay. My daughter is 6, so it gets better, trust me. Kiki, when you're done, come inside. Alright, let's see here. So Sketchboy is your long-standing then. You got an embarrassing original Twitch handle. Did you have it before Twitch, or was it like my? You know, full disclosure, my old AOL instant messenger name was Max the Pimp. So, and I had that for about 10 years before I did switch to something more professional. Anyway, Chris, this is a project where I'm doing. Well, you may have actually seen these before, so you know, I'll save the spiel. But yay! Welcome back. We may see Kiki at some point. I'll shut this door for a modicum of privacy, but she'll come in and. Okay. Fire butt, yes, classic. $3 p.m. Yes. Okay, I have a meeting at 3 p.m. I will have to bounce at 2:55, so we'll go for a little bit longer. These, I don't like this jack. Try this instead. These, doing these fills is just a good way to fill the time at the moment, so while I wait for these client notes. And every little bit helps advance the ball. Thank you. A lot of storyboarding for action and interest and excitement. Helps you get a good sense of what makes a pose cool. I guess this is the best case scenario because I do need to work in order to make money, so I'm grateful for the note coming in. And I'm grateful that I got to stream a bit. Talking me up. Thank you, Lolly. This track is going a little extreme. Makes me go really fast with my pen. I saw a cool stream the other day. Sketchboy and I have not met, but we're in a fraternal brotherhood of storyboard artists or something that has been coalescing in social media lately. Sketchy Boxer is my brother. If you had seen, maybe you knew that from an earlier stream, but yeah, my bro's here. We'll be hanging out Memorial Day, looks like, because Julie confirmed we're coming over. Sketchy, now that you've interloped into my stream, I'm gonna have to look you up on Instagram or something. Put some art to the name. Classic ribs and pool. Awesome. Just a few minutes left. Here we have an interesting thing that happened where I did the middle wire with a different brush setting, and it ended up being the brush size was too tight. You can kind of see it. It looks more wiry. I took a big break from. Maybe it is Veer. I don't know. I thought it was maybe like a corruption of the word vampire. No, that made sense. So anyway, to kind of fix the thin line, what I've done is I've taken the entire layer, doubled it up with multiply, and now I'm just shifting it over just 1 pixel. That kind of has the nice effect of broadening. Maybe this is best. Just a little bit more. It's too much. I just want it to feel balanced. I feel like this is good. But you know what? I'm going to sleep on that decision. I don't have to collapse all that. I'm sure you know of all sorts of tricks. The pad, Lolly was there for the mother of all technical fuck-ups last night. It was... What was it? The Multiverse of Madness bug was kicked in, and it just kept zooming and zooming and zooming and zooming in on the image. Inexplicably, unstoppably. I had to restart my computer, I think. It was. It wasn't fair either. All right. Well, and this is the bittersweetness is the I start this project to get away from to have something to do other than work or fret about work. I decided I like it more than work. I tried to do it more than work, and then work says, "Wait, we want you back." So now I gotta go do that thing. But if I can, I'll do more streaming later. It'll be fun. Okay, thanks for popping in, everybody. Have a good afternoon. Oh, this track is killer. There. I'll start this one off next time. There needs to be a fade out button for the OBS. I gotta figure that out. Fade to black. Fade to black. See you next time. Maybe somebody knows how to do that next time. Transition. I'm gonna look into this. I'm gonna figure this shit out. I'm pretty smart. I'll figure this shit out. All right. Bye, everybody.